Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from RNA Music, your mom and pop guitar shop, deep in the heart of Texas, where we're about to have a hurricane.
Yeah, Harvey.
Hurricane Harvey.
Yeah.
It's making landfall, like right now, apparently. So, anyways, it's time to answer some questions. I'm so excited. First question. Boiling Paul, I hope Hurricane Harvey cuts you guys some slack. It probably will. I mean, we're way north of the coast, so
Yeah.
probably not gonna hurt us. Angela, what's your impression with the new Doctor Who being cast as a woman? I'm sure she'll do fine. It does throw a little curve to the River Song backstory. Ryan, any band or performer that you weren't familiar with blowing your mind right out of the gate? For example, I saw Rush back in the 80s, Steve Morse Band open, unbelievable musicianship. Same question for the bitter one when he's around. Stay well. Poor Angela was fighting to keep her eyes open last week.
Yeah.
It's a little, too many gear questions and not enough Doctor Who questions. All right. What's your impression with the new Doctor being a lady?
I'm not impressed. Yeah. They've steered so far from what I like about Doctor Who, and they're trying to be politically correct and politically this and trying to give everybody, their fair share and all this stuff, and it's just, I'm over it. I'm a oldie Doctor Who fan. I'll just watch the reruns. I probably won't watch her. Yeah. I don't like shows jumping through hoops just because that's what society wants them to do, and
push an agenda.
And I don't like people telling me what to do and what to like, so I'm just like out of just because everybody's like, ooh, I'm like, eh. I always go the opposite when it comes to stuff like that, so I won't be watching at all. I didn't really enjoy watching Peter Capaldi as the Doctor. It took me a long time to warm up to him. I liked his farewell.
I haven't watched
and even then it was kind of like, really? Wow. With the two masters and stuff, it was too much. It was too much for me. I'll go back to watching number 4, and 10 and 9, 10, 11 over and over again. And even 11, Matt Smith towards the end, I didn't really care for a lot of his episodes either. So, yeah, there it is.
There you go.
Sorry.
Team Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, even then.
Well, yeah. Dang it.
Yeah.
That's getting out of hand.
I think this whole new thing of revamping childhood stuff, and they're just ruining everything. They just need to stay with what is true. It was popular for a reason.
Yeah.
And
they're banking on nostalgia.
They're jumping the shark on way too many things, and I think that, once they started bringing like 80s cartoons, with the Transformers and G.I. Joe and everything,
they ruined it.
They've just been ruining everything, so I think they're trying too hard.
They tried too hard. Just make up something new. Just create something new.
Yeah. Don't ruin childhood.
Don't ruin my child.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched Doctor Who. I didn't even like Capaldi.
Yeah.
I never could get it. I'm a casual Who fan.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched this then. But.
Yeah, I like the old, like the black and white ones, like with 1 and 2. I even liked it because it was just interesting that they took, the set and the costumes were a little cheesy pie, but it reminded me of kind of like Land of the Lost, Star Trek, stuff from my childhood. So I really dug it. I grew up watching 4. Number 4 was my very first Doctor ever. And I was watching reruns then, because I started watching it in the late 80s, late 80s. So I'd rather go back. Like, I'll watch the old Star Trek with William Shatner.
She will.
And I enjoy it because it just reminds me of my childhood. So
it's like watching the A-Team. That's pretty fun.
Yeah. Or, anything from the 80s, really. So it's great stuff.
It's a good decade.
It was.
Ryan, any band performer that you weren't familiar with blowing your mind right out of the gate? Actually, funny question, because last night I went to Dallas to see Nick Johnston. with Pliny, who's an Australian guy that my good buddy Pat David Music is like, you gotta go see Pliny. Mike, you gotta go see Pliny. I don't think that's how he said it.
No. Yeah, Pat has more of like a posh.
He's a posh Aussie. he's a poshy.
Yes, he's not. He doesn't have such a back.
Anyway, so Pat's like, yeah, you got. And I knew who Pliny was. He's plays Strandberg guitars and stuff. But they had a guy with him on the tour. His name's David Maxim. I can't pronounce his last name. He's from like Bulgaria or somewhere like that. Anyways, he was great. Like, well, they were all great. I was already familiar with Nick Johnston, and that's why I went to see Nick. I was like, he's awesome. But I wasn't super familiar with the other two guys' music, and they were, melting faces like left and right. It was pretty phenomenal. So David Maxim was great, and then of course Pliny was really good too. Personally, I think Nick Johnston, he put on the show. And he can work the stage, and he's great. But yeah, so Pliny and David Maxim, they're pretty cool. It's all instrumental guitar stuff. It's no vocals. It's just shredding your face off, and it was really good. So yeah, happened last night. Thanks, Boiling Paul. Next question, KFP. You definitely deserve more attention. Smiley face. Thank you.
Thanks.
I agree. Do you mind giving me honest feedback on my channel as well, please? Thanks. Anyways, smiley face. I can give cookies in return.
I expect those cookies.
Yeah, what kind of cookies? Because that kind of
You can't promise cookies and not come forth with the cookies.
Yeah, if I review your channel and you don't send cookies, I'm going to go thumbs down all your videos and leave you troll comments. I'm not going to do that.
No, he's not.
I'm not that kind of guy. Yeah, I'll check out your channel.
Yeah.
I think this was a spam question because it was in my spam filter, but
yeah. But the cookies best be here.
Yeah, but there be some cookies.
Yes.
All right, I'll check that out maybe next week.
Yeah.
ASM42. I've never seen your website up to date. Do you guys have a catalog or something? No, we don't have a JCPenney catalog or was it Montgomery Ward? They used to have catalogs. Sears catalog.
Sears.
Sears. I used to love catalogs when I was a kid.
JCPenney's was the best because they had the real thick one that would come, or you'd buy it for like $5 at JCPenney.
Huge.
And then like the back section was toys.
Yeah. I love the Christmas edition.
I like the bedding as a kid.
I like the Transformers.
Because they always had like cartoons, and they would have like
Strawberry Shortcake.
They would always design like a whole bedroom, and they would even do Star Wars, and they have like little R2-D2, or they would have like Rainbow Bright, or they would have My Little Pony, and they would have all these rooms that were. It was my thing. I was like, when I grow up, I want to have a room just like that with a canopy bed.
I want a Strawberry Shortcake room.
And a big Hello Kitty rug. Yeah, so yeah, I like the catalog. Off subject. Anyways.
I still want a Star Wars comforter. Yeah, as far as the website up to date. Well, I finally got a hold of my web guy today. Like, he never answered my emails or my Facebook messages or anything, and I finally got a hold of him today and trying to figure out how to there's things I want to change on our current website, and I just don't know how to do it. I'm not like a WordPress guru. Although I started watching a YouTube video today. It's about an hour and a half long about how to build a website in WordPress. I just started it. I haven't even gotten into it yet. So I can go in and hopefully I can go and revamp the current website myself and learn how to use WordPress. But we've also been looking at maybe starting a completely new website. It's a little bit more user-friendly, and we can change things and without having to be like a coder or anything like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of that is I'm just not sure how to do it, and my web guy who set it up for me hasn't been super awesome in taking care of it for me. But, you know, it is what it is, and we'll work something out. But of course, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. So if you're looking at what current inventory and stuff like that,
it's always on there.
And YouTube, you know, watch our YouTube channel. You'll see a lot of our guitars in the videos and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of times it changes too quickly too. Like I have stuff come in and I'll sell it the next day, so you never had a chance to put it up on the website. Or we do a lot of custom orders where somebody like have a customer come in and it's like, hey, can you order me this Schecter? I'm like, yes, I can. I'll order it for them. It doesn't go on the website. So,
Right.
But we're working on revamping some things. So
Yes.
thanks ASM42. Is that the thing where people talk like they talk like this?
No, that's ASMR.
That's what?
ASMR.
ASMR. What's ASM42?
Yes, stuff.
No. James Smith. Hi, Ryan and Angela. I recently stumbled across your channel and love it. Thank you, James. That's
Thanks.
very kind. Thank you for all the positivity and down-to-earthness. Question, what are your thoughts on Epiphone? I own several and I really like them. In my opinion, my 2 Les Pauls are every bit as good or even better than my Gibson 71 Gold Top I had back in the day. That's awesome when you had a 71 Gold Top. I think there's a lot of mythology placed on the idea of vintage. Keep up the great videos, and thanks again from way out on the left edge of Colorado. I like Colorado.
Yeah, too.
We're big Colorado fans now that we went. Your favorite t-shirt?
Yeah, it's like my Colorado
It's a
shirt.
Colorado shirt.
It's the best shirt ever. I need Ike to send me some more.
Yeah, we bought that at a gas station.
Yeah, we did.
It's a really nice gas station though.
On the way out.
On the way leaving, it was our farewell purchase. As far as Epiphones, you know, I think they're great. We have an Epiphone, or Angela has an Epiphone.
Yeah.
That's like a mid 2000, like a 05, I think, 06, built in Korea. Really great guitar. It's really
Maybe
well
younger
made.
than that, because I don't think Nicholas had turned 5 yet when I got that.
03 maybe.
Yeah.
Probably like it's, you know, early 2000s. It was back when they were made in Korea, and it's a great guitar. It really is. I had an Epiphone Les Paul back before that, way back, that I have no idea what happened to it. I'm completely baffled. I have no idea what happened to that guitar. If I sold it or traded it, or that's the one thing you think I would remember.
Yeah.
I forget a lot of things, but I don't forget my guitars. But I bought one, and it was great. It's probably about a $600 guitar back in the, you know, late 90s. But yeah, I think they're great. You know, it's a tough question because, you know, Gibson's going through a lot of stuff right now. I just read something recently about their financial standing has been like really downgraded. I think they're in some financial hot water with investors and the market and
It
their
happens.
stability. But yeah, the guitars are hit and miss sometimes. You know, I would say with the Epiphones, if you get one in a certain bracket, like the ones that are like $700, are all pretty consistent. You know, and the ones that are $400 are all pretty consistent. Whereas a lot of the USA Gibsons, it seems like they're not super consistent. But as far as, you know, mythology on vintage, I don't know. You know, I mean, part of that value is we were just talking about watching TV shows that remind us of our childhood, right? And there's an emotional connection there. So for me, like I have a 91 Explorer that I love. Just did a video about it. I love that thing. But it has a really strong emotional connection for me to the early 90s and my first job and learning to play guitar. So I think people will always put value on it,
Right.
but it's probably mostly, it's an emotional value that we put on that kind of stuff. It may or may not be necessarily a quality value,
Right.
I think. Yeah, so there you go. Thanks, James Smith. Appreciate the kind words. It's very nice, and thanks for the question.
Thanks.
Kurgel Kreutzer. Thanks for making these videos. I get to see them later on, usually nowadays, but you guys have had many encouraging little moments in your videos that have been really helpful to me during some tough times. That's nice.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, man. I consider them to have been divinely given, just the right moment.
Wow.
Thanks, man. My question and request is, could you guys give us some encouragement or ideas that are or have been helpful to you during times that were tough for you? Thanks so much. That's a great question. Well, thank you, first of all, so much for that. I just had another friend kind of randomly text me out of the blue and just said, hey, just want to let you know, I watch all your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube stuff, and appreciate how positive you guys are and uplifting. I'm like, oh, cool, thank you. I'm glad. So, encouragement or ideas that have been helpful during times that were tough. What do you think? You're loaded up on encouraging words. I know you are. You've got a million of them.
It's just, I talk to people all the time. I counsel people on my side. That's my side thing. We always joke, or my personal running joke is our desk is always reminds me of Lucy from Peanuts when she puts the 5 cents the therapist is now in. And people sit on my couch and they just automatically just start pouring their hearts out. And and one thing I've always kind of just continually tell people is just to always say positive, stay positive. If you hold on to things that have hurt you in the past, it's just going to cause you to continue in a hurtful behavior with things. So forgive. Don't hold on to resentment and anger. Let that stuff go out of your body and out of your mind. Keep your thoughts lined up with things that are positive and things that are good. That's one thing that I pray over our boys at night, is that their thoughts as they sleep are good and positive and things that are true, like that we love them and that they're amazing and they're gifted and they're talented. And so as they sleep, that they will think on things that are good and lovely and pure and true. So when they wake up, they'll be full of joy and full of peace. And that's a lot of things. I think a problem with the world today is that so many people are so focused on all the negative things that are happening. I think it's funny whenever I see posts of, people rescuing a dog, or, someone's building tents for the homeless or miniature houses for the vets, and then underneath it'll be like, my hope in humanity has been restored. Those things have always been going on. It's not like just something out of the blue that's lightning bolt to the brain. They had an epiphany, I'm going to be good now because the world sucks. No, people have been doing these things all the time. It's just that our cognitive dissonance of always focusing on the negative is because we're always fed negative. We're always fed fearful things and angry things. But if you make it a mission, if you make it a very purposeful action to look for things that are good and be good, be the person that you want to see in the world, then you will. Your whole outlook on everything will turn around and you'll start seeing it more often. It's just that we have become so jaded and so angry because of the decisions that are happening in this world, that first of all have always been happening in this world. Nothing that's been happening right now is new. It's just come in different packages, and different countries have been affected at different times, but
humans haven't changed.
Wars have always been here. This isn't a new concept. Greed has always been here. It's not a new concept. What is a new concept is the amount of information and how often we see it. The fact that it's happening is not different. The fact that we always see it is the difference. So what you need to do is just change that. Don't watch so much negativity. Don't contribute to so much negativity. And that's how we operate. We don't sit around. We don't watch the news, for one. We never watch the news, ever. Like, it's not even local news. We watch a lot of comedy. We look at things that make us laugh. We laugh all the time, not only individually. Like I love watching comedy. Ryan likes watching things that make our boys they laugh all the time. And we continually keep that in our house. We continually keep good music. I mean, Ryan likes to listen to something heavy metal, but it's not always flowing through our house and even through his ears.
Yeah, it's not a constant.
It's not a constant thing. But so many of y'all and people, they listen to, I mean, not even like Queen Beyonce. Some of the trash that she sings about is literally trash. Some of the things that people flood, I almost sound like I was about to say a bad word, flood themselves with is always so negative and so ugly. And then they wonder why this world is so ugly and so negative. And people ask us all the time, you're always so happy, y'all are so laid back, y'all are so, well, that's because we make it a purpose to not focus on those kind of things. Yeah, we have bad days. We're not perfect. But we make it a purpose in the way we raise our children, the way we have our marriage, the way we do our business, the way we interact with people, is always bring what we would want to receive into the environment that we create for ourselves. So that is my first, I try to really emphasize that. Get the junk out of your life, or limit it to the most, because I get it, movies, TV shows, music, it's just, there's some things that, you're just going to watch, you're just going to look at. But if it's all you're looking at, if it's all you're listening to, if it's all you're hanging around with, if it's all you're saying, then something needs to change, or you're going to get the same results. So, you're good.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
What she said.
Yes.
What she said. I'll add to that I agree with everything she said, and then also about watching what you think. There's an old saying that as a man thinks, so is he. So your thoughts, what you dwell on, mentally, really can affect your life, because what you think about is eventually you're going to say it. And so what you say really can affect your sphere in your life. If you're always saying negative things about yourself, always down talking yourself, always saying I'm never going to be able to do this, or I'm not any good, or I'm so ugly, or I'm just so stupid, or whatever,
not talented enough, I'm not smart enough, whatever,
you're gonna, there's something to that. There's people who believe it in spiritual things, but also it's just, some people say it's the universe, some people say it's God, some people, all these things, but your words really do, I believe, frame your reality.
Well, we believe it's God.
Yeah, I believe it's God. But people think all kinds of, but people who think different things, they all come back to like what you believe and what you say.
But the truth of the matter is that your words have power.
They do, for good or bad, and it's tough. Like if you grew up and you were programmed, and like all you ever heard your whole life was family members saying things about you, downing you, discrediting you, just if you were fed that, I'm not saying it's easy, but it can be hard to like start to think something different
than what you've heard all your life.
But it's hard to believe it because you think it's not true, because what you've been told your whole life is what you believe to be true, even though it may not be. So you have to change your thoughts, and one of the easiest ways to change your thoughts is to change what you say, because what you say, it feeds what you think, and it kind of creates this circle, I guess, of you might say something positive about yourself, like, you know what, I am good at this, or I think I am talented, I can do this.
Right.
You may not believe it yet,
right.
But if you keep saying it, eventually you will believe it, and eventually I think things will change. I had a student who, she was always saying like, I'm no good at this, or I'm never gonna get this. I'll be like, watch what you say. Don't say that.
Don't say that.
Oh, I suck. I was like, no, don't say that. And I used to really get onto her, like her first year of lessons, like, don't say that. Say, oh man, I missed it. I'm gonna get it next time, and then try again. Don't say, I never get it. I'm like, well, you never will. So, and it was just a positive mental thing. And eventually, she started watching what she said about herself.
Change you gotta get a different thesaurus in your head. You gotta think of different words to express how you feel. Whether it's like, I suck at this. It's like, I'm not getting this right now, but let me try again.
Yeah. Or, wow, this is really tough. Let me try this. Let me try harder.
Let me try harder. Whenever the boys were little, they would, of course, they were boys and they were brothers, and they would hurt each other. And I would have Nicholas, especially because Nicholas was older by 5 years, and so I would have Nicholas apologize to Aiden, or vice versa, because Aiden bit him on the back or something, you know, because he was a rough and tumble boy. And I would say, I taught them to say, please forgive me, instead of I'm sorry. Because sorry, even though it's adapted in the English language as regretful or apologetic, the word sorry means worthless. Another definition of it is worthless. Mm-hmm. And there's so many different words that have hidden or sub meanings. Like for sorry is apologetic, but the B of it is worthless. And I didn't want them to because they were going to make mistakes. They were going to have to apologize a lot, because that's just human nature. I didn't want them to constantly say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Because they're saying, and the undertone of it is, I'm worthless, I'm worthless, I'm worthless. And so I would, I
I've heard, how many times have you had people say, well, he's just sorry.
He's just sorry. He's no good.
They're not saying he's apologetic. He's just sorry.
Worthless.
He's just a sorry kid.
He's a sorry excuse for a human being. He's a sorry excuse for whatever. And so we turned it around. So instead of, now they're like, I apologize. And will you please forgive me? And, I forgive you, instead of, it's okay. Because that's another thing.
It's okay. It's
not a good thing, because it wasn't okay that you bit your brother on the back. So it's like, but I forgive you is huge. Teaching your children how to forgive, and also teaching them to say, will you please forgive me, is a big change in even the way they speak. So we started that off. I mean, I started that off when they were really little, because it just dawned on me. I thought, to hear your child say that I'm sorry, even though we've been programmed for the A definition, I heard it differently when he said it. And I never wanted my child to think that they were worthless at all. And we also had one thing, if your dad's awesome and your mom's awesome, what does that make you? They're like, super awesome.
It's like awesome
plus awesome equals
super awesome.
Super awesome. So,
because he would be, Nicholas would be real bad about, like, I'm just not any good.
I'm not good at this.
I'm just not smart.
After trying one time.
Try it one time, you don't get it. And like,
firstborn syndrome.
Son.
Try it again, baby.
Yeah. Listen, you're not
sorry. You're not
worthless. It's like, listen, you're a product of awesome plus awesome. What are you?
Super awesome. Super. We're like, that's right. And that's how we see you. So don't let those thoughts change the script and what you're hearing. And so many times we do. We change the script, and now, instead of changing it for the negative, which we've been programmed to do since childhood, and everything that we've learned, even in school, wherever, we change that script for yourself. And if you've always heard, like Ryan said, that you're worthless, that you're no good, that you are a failure, no matter how hard you try, or
you're never going to be good for nothing.
Even, stuff that you said about yourself, change the script and catch yourself. Remember and think about your words. We have diarrhea of the mouth, like, all the time. A lot of people just say stuff, and you don't realize the power of the words that you're saying, even over yourself. So just change the script.
Change the script. Because I'm good enough, and I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
People like me. Yeah. There's a reason why that industry is like $gajillion industry, because people need that, because everybody has some kind of self-hate, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, or whatever. There's something that everybody wants to change about themselves. And so it's really important to find that, and don't get in the ditch about it, because there's ditches on either side. Just find the balance and pick yourself up.
Yeah. Yep. Great question, Kurgel. Thank you so much. Very kind words. I hope that was helpful.
Yeah. This is my thing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to help people. I like to help people with music. And also I have a lot of young students that come in, and I recognize a lot of myself in that when I was that age, and I didn't think I was any good, or I didn't think I had any talent, or I didn't think I had any potential, or I didn't think I would ever, accomplish anything. And I see that in young kids, and I'm really like, you can do this. You can do it. That was great. Mm-hmm. That was awesome. Do it again. Mm-hmm. That was great. That was okay. Right. You missed that one note, but it's good to hear. Do it again.
Right.
Do it again.
Another thing he says is, you're already ahead of where I was at your age. You've
Yeah.
already, so if you keep on going, you'll be way past me by the time you're my age, you know. So he'll switch in on them, so it gives them a perspective. Oh wow, I'm already 2 years ahead of you. Whenever at your age, because you started a lot younger than he did, so it gives them a little
What? I can't.
you know, perspective is a big one.
Perspective. That's
Yes,
our
it
word.
is.
Thanks, girl. Next question. Country Broadband. I know him. That's my friend Steven.
Yeah, he sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's great.
Seen him once or twice.
He's awesome. He helps us out all the time in our recitals. So some of our recital videos, he's either playing guitar for our students with me.
Singing.
Or singing.
Mm-hmm.
When we do AC/DC, Steve sings the AC/DC. So Angela doesn't have to. Or Nirvana, so she doesn't have to. Hi, Steve.
He does really good Nirvana.
He really does.
He does a really
He does
good
a pretty good
yeah.
AC/DC, which those are hard ones to pull off, you know. So
Yeah.
love you guys. Love you too, Steve. Thanks for the mention. I'm a D'Addario string guy too, as you know. Yes, I do. Also, I would like to say, when are we going to do a barbecue vid together, man? LOL. That's right. I'm sorry, I forgot. We were talking about it.
Yes.
Steve, not only is he a great musician and a guitar player, he owns his own company. He does satellite stuff like DirecTV, satellite internet. So he has his own Country Broadband. It's his company. But he also is a little bit of a smoker, barbecue aficionado now.
Yes.
He bought a smoker, like a nice one. Like a nice one.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and then he told me all about, you got to go and you got to seal them. You know,
Yeah,
you got to treat it, and you got to go and how to, like, you know, hot rod your smoker to make it like legit. We were gonna do a barbecue video. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's back in the day when you used to grill.
I used to grill a lot more. I haven't had any grilling adventures
Yeah, we haven't been grilled in like
a long
couple
time.
of years. Yeah.
I don't know, but when we do our in November 11th, we're doing the Acacia thing with the guys from Acacia. They're coming in from California. They're bringing a bunch of guitars. My good friend Robert Baker from Ohio is coming down because he's an Acacia artist, and we're gonna do kind of like a road show, I guess, but a clinic with Robert. Acacia guys are here. We're gonna talk about the Acacia guitars. So if you're in the North Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana area, come on all in, and we'll do an Acacia thing. But we're also gonna do a guitar barbecue.
Yeah.
Which we have.
You know, it's Texas in November, so it'll be like 85 degrees.
It's perfect time for guitar barbecue.
Yes, it will.
We've only had one of those before. We've done one guitar barbecue a couple of years ago, and we've been meaning to do another one, and just now's the right time. So Steve, I need you to bring your awesome smoker up here and be a part of the guitar barbecue, man. And we'll do videos then.
Yeah.
So that's it. Thanks for the questions,
go.
everybody.
Good way to end it.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the kind words. There were some very nice comments, questions here, but there's always some great comments. And we really appreciate that stuff. It really means a lot. And we put a lot of work and time and energy into doing the YouTube thing, and you know, seeing that it's helped somebody, just if they're having a tough time, that it encouraged them. That really means a lot. So I really appreciate that. Thank you for leaving that comment and those questions. But if you have a question for next week, please leave it below, and we'll try to answer it as best as we can. Thank you so much. Keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
Music needs you.
And you need the music.
We need the music.
We need the music.
Yeah,
Isn't that right?
we all need the music. And we need to keep it alive for this younger generation coming up.
Yeah.
To help
all
them.
the kiddos.
Encourage them
Yeah.
positively, push them in the right direction. Make sure we got some people coming up who want to play guitar.
Yeah.
And want to play drums and want to sing and want to write their own music. And, you know, let's not stomp on their dreams.
Lead the way for the next generation.
That happens a lot on YouTube. A lot of dream stomping.
That's okay. That's not what we're about.
We're not about that. We want to encourage you. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.